Hey everyone, welcome to another video, and of course you can see by the title of the video, this one a bit unusual, a very rare and getting quite expensive fragrance here in the community. This one is Courvoisier L'Edition Imperial is how it's called, and yes, it is from I think is how you say it, Courvoisier, which is I think it's a cognac maker. Well, I don't believe it is, because that's what this smells like off the top. We'll get to that in a second. So this one, I'd say it's rare. You very rarely see. I had this off eBay years ago. Just before this video, I had a look on eBay. There is one for sale. I'm going to say for sale, for bidding, and it's in the Czech Republic. And the one's starting bid of £299. plus £16 shipping. It is brand new and sealed, as this one obviously isn't, but it just shows you, I mean, yeah, they might be asking way too much and no one's going to buy it, but you can sort of see where the pricing is for this one. Even if he's like way over, it's still going to be at least £100–150 for the fragrance. So yeah, one for sale on eBay, one. And no one's bidding on it yet. I mean, that's a bit of a silly price. Personally, I can't remember how much I paid for it. I think I paid like £70 for this, and it was used, but only just. You know, it had like 98% left, and I've got down a little bit since then. I've maybe used maybe 10 mils or so. The bottle, nice chunky heavy bottle. Got the ribs on the front. You got the Courvoisier there, cap with the logo just there, and a bit of a logo on top. So you've got a bit of a sort of a bevel on it with a belly on this one. The juice, sort of like a pretty pale, light greeny kind of colour. On pictures it looks sort of a browny colour. But in person, and I think what this was, it's a little bit like my Penhaligon's Tragedy of Lord George. When you first buy it, if you buy something brand new, it has got like a browner tint, and over time it goes more like this colour, like a pale pea green kind of colour. And I think that's just the naturals in it, or the colouring, just reacting with age and oxygen. I think that's what happens with this one. This one was slightly browner when I had it, maybe 2 years ago, and it hasn't affected the scent in any shape or form, just a slightly different colour. But if you look at it at the side, you sort of see that brownish tint, but when you look at it all the way through, you can see it's more like a greenish colour. Not much on the bottom. You got Courvoisier Limited Imperial with the batch number, 125 mils these are, by the way. You'll see that anyway. And just a regular sort of sprayer. When I had it, this plastic bit in there that keeps it all together was separate from the cap, and all I did was super glued it back in. Did a little bit of super glue, pressed it in there, left it in there overnight, and never had got an issue since. So, bit of paperwork with it. Courvoisier Limited Edition Limited Imperial. I'll shut up now. 2006. So it's some time ago when it come out. It's classed as a amber woody. Yeah, I mean, once it passes the dry down, yeah, I'll go with that. There's some strange notes in it. So something called tagetes or tagetes. Tagetes. Coriander, cardamom and mandarin orange, those are the top notes. Mids is atlas cedar, tea, arum lily, I don't know if you say that right, and violet. And the base is amber, leather, vetiver and balsam fir. Not balsam wood, balsam fir. So this one is, it's trying to be that cognac on the top, which it does well. when you first spray it, it just smells like boozy cognac. That's it, boozy cognac, through and through. Very well done, whoever did this. I did look on Fragrantica, I didn't make a note of it, of the perfumer. So this on the top is just boozy, and boozy cognac especially, so very well done by, again, the perfumer. So and you get that for maybe 20 minutes to half an hour, and then it dries down. So what do I get from the dry down when it comes to the notes? Atlas cedar, there is a undertone. It's more an undertone of a cedar. It isn't in your face. Tea. The tea is more of an accord that everything, when it's combined, smells a little bit like a hint of tea, but not really. You get a little bit of the amber, the leather, and the vetiver. That's what you sort of get on the dry down. Now I've got the dry down because I'm wearing it today. I've got it on. And yeah, what you actually get is, there's a little bit of a citrus vibe to it, although it's not really citrusy here, but it's got a citrus vibe to me, similar to a grapefruit, mixed with a leather. And it's not a rough leather, but it's not a smooth, like sort of sandalwoody kind of leather either. It's sort of in between. So you get this, it's more like a fresh leather really. It's like a fresh leather with a grapefruity vibe. There's a hint of like a manly floral, should we say, like an old school manly floral in there, maybe like a white floral, and the woods. So the cedar wood is there, and it's backing everything else up. It's there, it's in the mix, but it's not the dominant thing. The thing that it dries down to mainly is this smooth, fresh leather, a little bit woody, and this grapefruit vibe. It's not grapefruit, I don't believe, but all these things combined in this gives off a hint of like a grapefruit, and that's basically what this dries down to. So it's very nice, different. It's got a little classy, it's got a bit of a classy vibe to it. This is definitely comes across more masculine. I don't think, well, anybody could wear it, you know, if you're a woman and you like it, you wear it. But it just has more of a masculine vibe to it. Definitely with the boozy side that dries down, as I say, leather and woody. It does definitely give off more masculine vibe to me. Ages on this one, I would definitely say, again, more mature. This one I would say 30 and up. It's definitely got a more mature, it doesn't smell dated or anything like that, but it does smell like a more mature man who may be sitting there with a cigar and a short, drinking. And you probably think, oh yeah, this smells sort of like somebody who sits around and does those things. It's got that kind of smell to it. Well, let's go to performance. Performance is just above average. It's got quite good longevity. Its projection is good for a few hours and then comes closer to the skin. So it's just above average on my skin on its performance. It does last a good sort of working day, about 8 to 10 hours or so before it starts really dying off. So it's just above average for me. This is actually a, I do believe it's an EDP. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Eau de Parfum Pour Homme is its full name at the end. So it is an eau de parfum. And normally with eau de parfums on me, they last longer, but don't project as well. Well, that's what this does. It still projects pretty well, as I said, still projects pretty well. And you do get a good sillage, whatever you want to call it. As you walk past somebody, they will smell this. It's not the biggest compliment getter, you know. I wouldn't say it's old school masculine by any means, but it comes across more masculine. It's very rare that you'll get, or at least I get, compliments on more masculine fragrances. Tend to get them more when it's either fresh and clean or on the sweeter side. You don't tend to get, or I don't tend to get, compliments when they're on the sort of the true masculine side of fragrances. I rarely get compliments with those. So because of the just above average longevity, I wouldn't wear this one really in the winter unless you're going indoors to an event, maybe dressing up a little, going somewhere, something like that, then that'd be good. High heat of summer, actually, because of this sort of grapefruity vibe, I think even in the high heat, if you just go say with 2 sprays, you could get away with it. The leather isn't a dark, rich, sticky leather. It's more of a fresh leather with that sort of grapefruity and woody vibe going through. So you could wear it in the summer. I personally wouldn't, because I don't wear sort of leathery and ambery sort of things. The amber in here, not really. I mean, there's a hint, shall we say, it's a hint, and it's not like a vanilla amber or anything like that. It's vanilla-y, I think, rich. If anything, if I'm honest, maybe there's a bit there, but it's more like dry, a bit like Balsalderini's Ambre. If you've ever smelt that, it's more like a dry resin than it is like a sticky or sweet or vanilla amber. And really in this, it's only a hint. This is more about that sort of fresh leather, citrusy vibe with the woods. Very nice. It's not my favourite type of fragrance, but it certainly is a good one all the same. With this one I go, the spray is sort of not a big, it's not like Creed spray or anything like that. It is a bit more wispy and a bit more sort of like a poof. So I tend to do sort of 2 or 3 sprays each side and a couple sort of underneath the shirt or on the shirt. So for me, you're looking sort of 6 or 8 sprays. But the name of a spray, you could probably get away with about 4 with this one. But I tend to go crazy, like 6, 8, 10 sprays with stuff. Unless it's someone like Yopon, then I don't go that crazy. But this one, because it dries down, it isn't light when it dries down, but it's more that sort of fresh leather. You can get away with more sprays with this one. So overall, a good 8 out of 10, and the reason why I get an 8 and not a 10 out of 10. I'm not the biggest fan of leathers, but this one I do like, as other things are going on in the fragrance, but it's not necessarily my genre when it comes to leather. But I do like this one, so it performs pretty well, smells nice, it's harder to find, all these things combined, 8 out of 10 for me. So let me know if you've tried this before, leave a comment below in the comment section if you tried it, and if you have, do you like it, do you not like it? If you've not tried it, you'd like to try it, anything like that, leave in the comments below. I'll answer you as soon as I can. So thank you very much for watching. We do appreciate it as always. Leave me a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe below if you haven't already. That would really help me out a lot, and hopefully I'll see you again soon on the next video.